If you want to increase the speed of your 3D printer, there are two primary ways that we can achieve this. You can either reduce weight, making the mass easier to move and stop, or you can increase power to the motors that move everything. Today, we're going to be focusing on the latter. The building blocks to increasing power to the stepper motors breaks down into three main concepts: voltage, amperage, and inductance. Increasing the amperage to the motor will increase torque, which helps with acceleration. Higher voltage will allow you to maintain that torque at high speed. This helps with velocity. And inductance is the measure of how hard the motor's coils resist a sudden change in current. Today, we'll be focusing on amperage in particular. When it comes to how many amps you can push, you're limited by two things: the stepper driver and the stepper motor. Running here are some TMC 2209 drivers from Big Tree Tech. They are rated for a maximum run current of 2 amps, although it is recommended to run them lower than that to prevent overheating. Our stock Y-axis motor is only rated for 1 amp, so in this case, our bottleneck is actually the motor. This is a Klipper macro that does its best to try and determine the max acceleration and velocity that this printer can handle. It's currently still in beta and it's geared towards Core XY kinematics, but I find it's still quite useful for getting a very rough estimate of what those max values are without subjective input from me. In the console, it'll show us what the maximum acceleration and velocity the macro determined we should use is. Again, I just want to emphasize that those are some very rough numbers, and you really should fine-tune the machine with some more capable macros to make sure that you can sustain those numbers without issue. Now we can swap out the motor for this. A slightly bigger but much more capable motor. This motor from Stepper Online is rated for a max run current of 2.1 amps. This will allow us to increase the run current on our stepper drivers without overheating the motor. No way. Is that really how it works? Wow. Of course. Always one of the two L6, isn't it? Wow. This is going to be really easy. I can't believe buffers hold that well. That's insane. Man, power of friction. Really underestimated, I guess. Now it's at this point that we need to talk about inductance. Just because a motor is rated for higher current doesn't mean it's automatically better. If the internal inductance of the coils is high, it will take longer for the current to build up, limiting our ability to maintain torque at high speed. Thankfully, higher current motors are typically wound with thicker wires, which naturally leads to lower inductance. So I want to try and clarify something really quick. The run current may say, for example, 1 amp. That does not mean you are only pushing 1 amp to the motor. TMC drivers run off of something known as RMS, or root mean square. If we set the run current to 1 RMS, we will be sending approximately 1.4 amps at its peak. There's a whole equation and a ton of detail that I'm not qualified to comment on, but it's not as simple as number in and number out. For the new motor, we're going to run it at 1.8 RMS. The TMC 2209 drivers are theoretically rated for 2 RMS and has a peak rating of 2.8 amps for very short moments. It's not recommended to run drivers at the edge of their limits, so we're giving ourselves a safety margin of 0.2 RMS that leaves us with an RMS of 1.8 amps and a peak current of 2.55 amps, which is safely below the max rated peak current, 2.8 amps, of the 2209 drivers. Okay, let's try the auto speed thing again and see if we get any different results. Alright, so we got some new numbers with the new motor, since we're running it at a higher amperage now. And we're just shy of 20,000 millimeters per second squared of acceleration that this thing is recommending. So what's going on right now is we're using Eli's print tuning guide, or Ellis. I could be totally wrong about how to pronounce that. Sorry if I got your name wrong. But it's running pretty stable. So some more robust test. We're at 27,000 millimeters per second squared acceleration. Velocity is 341. Not sure why it's 341. But this is a more complicated pattern, and it runs longer, so the chances of layer shifting or errors are more likely. So I prefer using this test to verify that the auto speed test is anywhere close to accurate, and quite frankly, the auto speed test kind of undervalues what you can theoretically run this at. The auto speed was saying just shy of 20,000. We're at 27,000. I haven't found the maximum yet. I'm still running through it. But I think it's pretty safe to say that a better motor does better. So you're gonna have to believe me when I say this, because I didn't film this part with the old motor on the machine, but I could not get it to go past 15,000 millimeters per second squared acceleration. 1 amp on the stock motor just could not do that. As you can imagine, we were able to increase the theoretical max acceleration. That's due to the increase in torque. Join me in the next video where we go over voltage. We'll be taking a look at the upgrade from 2209 drivers to 5160s, which are capable of high amperage and high voltage. So if you want to see more videos like this, get subscribed, and as always, measure twice, print once.